Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the sofa at Future Decoded Live. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Mark and Derrick as our first guests on the sofa. So obviously I know you both very, very well, but not everybody watching today does. So perhaps you could just give us a quick introduction about your role at Microsoft. So Mark, you first.
Morning, Sophie. Absolutely delighted to be here at Future Decoded today. So my role is, I run our solutions business here at Microsoft in the UK. That's responsible for all our specialists and technical specialists across Azure, Dynamics, and Office 365.
Fantastic.
And Sophie, I run an amazing group of people, UK Customer Success Unit, so my people spend all their time with customers, working with them on digital transformation projects, just bringing the magic of the cloud to life in real customer environments.
Fantastic. Now we've got a jam-packed 2 days at Future Decoded, but day one is all about enabling technology into businesses. So I guess Mark, the time that you spend with customers every day, what do you think is really core to enabling a business through technology and maybe even AI?
Well, Sophie, it's amazing spending time with our customers and partners and understanding the journey that they're going through at the moment. They're all looking at how do they transform their business in a very competitive market at this moment in time. The possibilities are endless now with the hyperscale cloud, with what we can do with Azure, with Office 365, with our BizApp solutions. It's just phenomenal. Now, what we're seeing is a key enabler. It's all about skills. Do our customers, do our partners have the right level of skills to actually understand and deliver the projects, to drive the transformation? We talk about growth mindset.
Yep.
And with growth mindset really comes that learning mindset. We hear about the buzzword about tech intensity. And that's such a key focus for that always learning mode for our customers and partners, and internally at Microsoft as well. So I think that's the key enabler is, do our customers and partners have the right skills today? Are we investing enough in our employees to give them the skills so they can really work with the technology and embrace everything that can drive change within their organization today?
I mean, that buzzword tech intensity is so important, you know, certainly within Microsoft today, as well as our partners and customers. So I think, Derrick, obviously, we've been at Microsoft a little while, all three of us actually. We've seen a number of different changes, I think, take place across those years. I think more recently, obviously, we've gone through a huge transformation, I think, both culturally, as well as this focus on tech intensity. So can you just maybe share a little bit about some of your experience and learnings with that in mind?
Yeah, I mean, I've never, as you said, been in the company a long time, and over the last couple of years, that intensity of learning has never been greater, even for me as a leader. Whether it's what we do internally in our organization or landing change within the customer environment, I think the big differentiator is always leadership. I've tried to set the example by going on my own journey from somebody who coded a long, long time ago in my career to somebody who wants to be much more hands-on in the customer environment and really understand our platforms, and really leading from the front and encouraging the rest of my team to come along. And then our customers, the customers that have had the most success on their digital transformation, is where that learning culture in the organization has started from the top.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about that, Derrick. You mentioned obviously fostering a successful culture with learning. What are some of maybe the themes that you've seen where that has been really successfully adopted in our customers or even in Microsoft?
Yeah, I mean, a year ago at this event, Satya talked about tech intensity for the first time, and he really challenged everyone in the audience to become actually a software company, a technology company, no matter what their business was. And I've seen that being embraced within the customer environment. I think there's almost been a default that you expect the technology expertise to come from the IT team, and that's still very important, but actually the organizations that have most success is where the leadership in the company really understands the impact that technology like AI can have in the broader business, so they're able to lead with that in mind.
I think one of the things too also is providing the time for individuals and employees to train and to learn. Yes. People have so much to do in their day job, and so we have to provide them with that time and that continuous learning. On Friday, I took the time out personally to do the Disability in Action badge, which was a massive learning for me. I did pass, so that's great.
Good to hear.
So I've got my badge now on a claim, but it's just that continuous learning, but you have to enable and empower employees to be able to take the time. and feel that that's the right thing to be doing as well.
Yeah, and Mark, I know certainly that people have different reactions when they're sort of forced on a learning journey versus being very, I suppose, capable and confident that they want to go on themselves. How have you maybe thought about embracing that challenge where people aren't quite at that point of going on the journey? How do you sort of work with them on it?
Well, we're going through a huge transformation internally in Microsoft around tech intensity, enabling that our specialists understand the technology to a better level so they can have a much more in-depth conversation with their customers, with their partners. And the conversation we have in their personal development plans is all around the aptitude. So we're really looking when we hire people is the aptitude to learning as well, and that willingness to learn continuously is so important. And then working with the teams, with partners, with our customers around the skills initiatives that we have and supporting. So it's not just them being on their own, it's how do we work in an inclusive environment, putting on training days for them, working with their customers, with their partners, and doing exams and the training and the certifications together. So bringing everyone together, because we're all in this and everyone is driving that tech intensity, everyone's driving the learnings through that.
Together, yeah, fantastic. And Derrick, I know that you run a sort of a large organization, both of very technical people as well as people who are maybe non-technical. What are some of the ways that you've maybe seen those communities come together to help each other on that journey?
Yeah, I think first of all, we're trying to make our teams comfortable. I think Microsoft, we used to be what we described as a know-it-all culture. You wanted to be the cleverest person in the room, but actually now we're encouraging us to have a learn-it-all culture. And even as we hire people into the organization, yes, we want people to have a certain amount of domain knowledge, but we're more interested in people who can go on that learning journey, because actually the skills that we have today are not the skills that we're going to need in 3 years' time. So that ability to be able to reshape your understanding, reshape your knowledge, has become more important in my team than what you know today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark, when we were talking earlier, actually, before we jumped on the sofa, we were talking about continuous learning. So obviously there's such a big focus today on tech intensity, but it doesn't stop. It can never really stop. What are maybe some of the ways that we think you'll be continuing on that journey for your organization?
I think it is understanding that technology is so fast at this moment in time with new abilities and new capabilities. It's how do you stay on top of that? So it is, again, I still think it's about time. Is the biggest feedback that we get from a lot of my team is, I've got to do X, Y, and Z, and now. And so it's providing with them the time and empowering them to do that. But also working with our customers around, we've got an amazing skills initiative of how we partner to provide all the capabilities through our technology so that you can learn to provide that.
Just tell me a little bit more about that, actually, in terms of how that will impact our customers and partners and some of the work we're doing.
So I think what we're really looking at is how do we partner and work around a curriculum that's going to enable customers to drive that digital transformation, utilize and embrace technology. And as Derrick said earlier, it's not just about the deep technical individuals within customers. There's solutions like Power Apps where you can really just zero coding, and there was a great example at London Heathrow Airport where one of the security guards there looked at a process and actually at a weekend built a Power App.
Fantastic.
And it was just amazing to see that empowerment and the ability just from learning and that learn-it-all culture.
Brilliant. And it sounds like it's about adapting it really for the different people and the different roles in the organisation in the way that they learn, but also the content that they need to learn as well.
Absolutely. When we talk about this concept of democratizing technology, and that's the opportunity we have with the type of tools that Mark is talking about, putting the right tools in the right hands of the person who needs a specific set of functionality and allowing them to really unleash the power of technology in the role that they do.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Look, so we're near the end of our interview, but obviously I'm really keen to understand what you're most looking forward to, Mark, at Future Decoded this year.
So I think I'm just so excited to be meeting our customers and partners, and also hearing from Tim Peake. I think the story of the first British astronaut onto the International Space Station will just be amazing to hear and see.
Absolutely. And yourself, Derrick?
Yeah, just like Mark said, really busy couple of days with customers and partners, lots of meetings, so I get a real buzz and a kick out of that. Excited about the outcome from the AI report that Cindy's going to announce, because I want to see the progress that our customers have made over the last 12 months. And then a shameless plug.
Yes, come on, do tell me a little bit more about that,
Speaking about tech intensity tomorrow, I've got some of our customers and partners coming on stage with me to talk about the journey that they've gone through in landing this technology in their organization. So anybody who's looking to go on that journey or in the middle of that journey, I'd love to see you in that session.
And is that tomorrow, did you say?
That is tomorrow, it is.
Fantastic.
Indeed. Yeah.
Well, it's been fantastic having you both on the sofa, I must say. It's my first time at Future Decoded Live as well, so I'm very, very excited. I hope you both get some time to look around the expo as well and enjoy the event. We've got a fantastic set of sessions coming up later today. You'll be able to look at all of the content online, selected content at futuredecoded.microsoft.com. I hope everybody makes sure they download the app. We're always wanting to get feedback as well to make these events far more inclusive and exciting every year. And I just really want to thank you both again for being with us. Do enjoy the rest of the event and do take the time as well to give feedback, by the way. Come back and visit us anytime that you've got. And very much, thank you very much. Great.
Great, thanks,
Thank you.